Welcome to this special edition of Play This Africa. My name is Emmanuel Paye. We are on Apex One Radio. Today is June 2nd, 2025. We have a special guest in the studio today. His name is J. Joshua Powell. We have a discussion today about the community of LICI, the library community in Columbus, Ohio. This discussion is going to be very, very interesting. So please join us wherever you are. Again, my name is Emmanuel Paye. Play This Africa on Apex One Radio. Welcome again. My name is Emmanuel Paye. I want to say, Mr. Joshua Powell, welcome to Apex One Radio.
It's not live yet.
Again, as you are aware, if you are a librarian in the community here, we have a special election that will be happening pretty soon. But there was a selection process that is now really welcoming by the other members of the community. Today we are out here to throw some light on everything that's going on. We have one of the candidates who was supposed to be contesting for the executive director position for LFCI in the studio with us. Wherever you are, again, we are broadcasting live in the studio of Apex One Radio. My name is Emmanuel Paye. We are speaking from the north side of Columbus, Ohio. Again, we'll welcome our guests. Again, if you're on Facebook, if you're on whatever platform you are on, please join us again for this interesting conversation. Mr. Powell, welcome to Apex One Radio.
Thank you very much.
So again, we're going to start, as you know, we're going to start with, like, this is your first time here, right? In the studio.
In the studio, yes.
We want to say on behalf of the Apex One team, we want to say welcome again for taking your time out to join us in studio today. We will first want to have introduction from you for the sake of the audience. So again, can you please introduce yourself to the audience, please?
Well, folks, my name is J. Joshua K. Powell. I live here in Columbus. I'm one of the candidates for the upcoming election for LICI.
So before we start in this discussion, we are going to first just briefly, let's say, touch on topics first. I know you've been in the city of Columbus for a while now. So can you tell us how long you've been in Columbus?
I moved Columbus 2015.
Okay. So 2015, I mean, yes, you've been here for a while now. And we have seen you in so many different occasions and different part of the community events.
Right.
So we are here for a reason today. We are here for an announcement that was brought by the Election Commission of LICI, to be specific. But before we dive into that process of the discussion, that part of the discussion, we'll first of all ask you, what motivated you to have interest in contesting for the leadership of LICI?
Thank you very much. That's a very fair question. LICI as a community, LICI as a community has been around for a minute, and as far as my knowledge can serve me, there have been no election specifically in our community to give the chance for people to participate. And so it was a news when we heard that LICI were putting out, vacancy for the new leadership. Initially, we did not feel compelled to participate. So in March, they put out their, election guidelines and everything, but nobody applied. Nobody applied because we didn't trust the process. We didn't know whether it was factual. We didn't know whether that was just truth announcement. And the commission announced that the election will be canceled on the basis of, election will not be possible. And so we were called. We were called by elders in the community. We were called by folks who believe in our leadership to participate. So we decided to come in. I'm laying these premises because I want to get a point. And so we came in to, you know, register our interests. But before that interest was registered, we had a series of meetings making our points. The reason why we did not participate in the first election. And so we said that we wanted some T's and R's and to be dotted and to be crossed. And so they agreed. The commissioner agreed to reach out to the board with all of our, uh, you know, requests. The commissioner went and came back to us. We raised issues. As a commissioner, we said that you want us to participate, matter of fact, because you have not had anybody to participate. So we came in, so to speak, to help. But you are not doing what you said you're going to do. So she said, okay, I'll meet with the board, uh, discuss with them, carry out your complaint, and then we can have the election. We agree, trusting his judgment.
So before we go to actually all the other background that you just talked about, we are going to first of all dig into history a little bit. We are aware that you come from a leadership from a different Liberian organization in Columbus.
Mhm.
Do you want to talk about that for a little bit?
Yes. So when we moved to Columbus, we moved directly on the north side, and we noticed I came with three goals: one, to find a Liberian church; two, to be part of the Liberian community; three, to found the Basel Association. I achieved two other goals. I found a church and I found the Basel people. And then subsequently, we could not identify ourselves with the Liberian community. I asked for the leadership. They gave me a phone number. And then by the time we have had a couple of engagement with some people on the north side, a lot of people. But every time I ask them, someone that don't even know that there's a Liberian community. They don't even know whether there's a leadership. So it was strange to them. So I told Alpha, I said, there's a huge Liberian community on the north side. Is it possible that you can come also that people can know you? Alpha said, oh yeah, that's good. I will come. And then Alpha reached out to his team, his people, and said, there are people on the north side and they need leadership and all of stuff like that. Apparently, they did not fall on good soil. So my wife organized a club, and then one of the Susu club, and one of the members who wanted to be part of that Susu club eventually declined. Then the member said we should remove this person. So I said, no, you can't remove the person like that. It'll bring bad feelings. So what I did, I created another more group chat, mm, excluded from the Susu club. So it could be a community thing. And people started adding many people. And then it became famous. Then I called a meeting. There was a lot of people attending that meeting. And I informed Alpha about this meeting. Matter of fact, Alpha sent somebody from the east side. And then the people said, let's phone ourselves, let's phone a group so that we can identify with each other in case of anything. The spy from the east side was one of the persons who even made suggestion of the name. Liberian on the north side, some said United Liberian, all the name came out. Based on the demand of these people, we organized the community. It was huge. Then I called Alpha again and said, look, these guys there are many here. They want to, have a good community and stuff like that. We could be an arm of LICI on the north side. So the board of the president of LICI will be the chairman of the board. That way you have complete control over the people on the north side. After I took that complaint or the report to the LICI leadership, one of the permanent members in the community, a lady, she said, don't mind the people, they are attention seeker. It was an email chain. I received the email. I shared it with my people and I called up. I said, this lady just insulted us. So we talked about it. People were angry about it. They apologized. We moved forward. Then the community started to grow. Then the news started going around that there was a new group on the north side. But they didn't pay all no mind. It was like we are now in war now.
So basically, you are telling us that the foundation or the reason for which ULE was founded because of the rejection from your approach to LICI.
The people felt neglected. They felt there was no sense of belonging.
Okay.
And we informed this leadership. They only got interested when they looked ULE up when they were registered with the state. When they were legit, then they took seriously into the process. That's how we began the whole process. Now, coming to this election, they are taking all 3 years of negotiation, coming by, you come by, we cannot come by. LICI will have, they will have, Judah Tunisi will have, Judah Tunisi, the community is tense.
So first, let me take it back a little bit. So when was ULE actually founded as an organization?
2018.
2018?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
So then now, Emmanuel and other permanent citizens started to call for reconciliation, for mitigation, stuff like that. So we started meeting in different meetings, negotiation meeting, comfort county, everybody started getting involved. So I still had turn to run, but I cannot be a peacemaker and be the president at the same time. Then I called my people.
A chance to run as a ULE president?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
I still have one more turn to go for. But I told my people I need to step down. And then as I came down, somebody won the next election, Edwin Hammond. Then Edwin Hammond appointed me as a mediator, a liaison between ULIC and LICI. I started working with Emmanuel, Mr. Hammond, and other people to bring the community together. The late Ben Tar got elected. His platform was unity to bring the two communities together. I worked with these people. We came together. We convinced our people. Some of our people refused to join LICI. Some of the people in ULE, they are on the east side, but they felt neglected. They felt that there was a clique on the east side that they were not part of, so they formed home with ULE. So we came together. We convinced them, look, this is time to march. These people, I think they're serious. Some people said they're not serious. We cannot trust them. Subsequently, we agreed to work with our brothers. Then we signed a memorandum of understanding that ULE will maintain her structure, but she will operate directly on LICI. ULE will be guaranteed to vote and be voted for in a given election. That period of that negotiation, there was seat open on the board. ULE will guarantee seats on the board with all election. They will maintain that seat. Then during election, they will have to run now on their own. When we requested for those seats, they denied all those seats. It began an eye-opener, and people felt that these guys are not serious. Why would they deny you the seat? So confusion started to come a little by little. Then they put up the March election. Because they refused all that seat, we did not feel confident again to run. Because we felt that there will be cheating or there will be sideline in the process. Because the first seat they promised us did not materialize. So we let it be. We did not apply.
So, okay, just a minute here. Let's go back to what you talk about the MOU, right? So according to you, you said that because you guys were registered with the state, that's how LICI got interested in coming together as one group.
Matter of fact, they call us birthday club. Okay. They call all people who are not serious. They just drink liquor, don't mind no children. They're attention seeker. But after 1 or 2 years, when they saw that we were actually serious and started engaging meaningful institution, then they got serious.
Okay. So according to the MOU, like you said earlier, I know who are the chief negotiating partner on behalf of Julio.
Or on behalf of you, it was
Yeah.
Dr. Smith.
Okay.
Dr. Smith, it was me.
Okay. Because as I see in the MOU, like you said, you are going to maintain your structure and still seek election with the LICI.
Mm-hmm.
In the same MOU, also say that you can contest for elected position or leadership position based on the constitution of LICI.
Yeah.
Were you properly informed, or did you have a copy of the constitution of LICI at the time?
Yes, they gave a constitution of the LICI organization.
Because the reason I'm asking the question is I want to make sure that because the timing was right for you to contest as a leader. Did you contest because of the overwhelming interest that was expressed to you by supporters, or you were interested because you felt that you are qualified to contest?
We contested on this basis that this election we were qualified as an individual on the basis of the MOU that guarantee us to run in this election. They also qualify us with the LICI constitution. Because even in the midst of our conflict, our paying due to LICI, because Alpha, Emmanuel, Weti were paying due to ULE. So our honor obligation to pay due to them. So I was a due pay member of LICI. I had spent more than 3 years in Columbus. So I felt qualified. More besides the MOU.
That's a very critical question because that's part of the requirement here within the Constitution. But we just review the ULE part first. Let's finish with ULE part and we'll go to the Constitution of LICI. So, like you said, because it says here that you can operate as an independent institution, but then you can also contest for leadership position in LICI.
Yeah.
To me, to other people, why do you think this could be a problem? If you want to merge together, why can't you just dissolve ULIO and come to LICI as a one body instead of having autonomy and then also joining LICI as a group?
Because LICI have abandoned these people. They were not, this document took us a long time. We thought of those things, but we were still testing the water to know whether in the process these people will live by their commitment. So not to be 100% open up to them, what they are doing to us now. If you had dissolved yesterday, this would have been a disaster. So we said, okay, let's maintain our people. We're working with you now. We will not, remember now, we let go July 26th. ULIO gave us more than LICI. But since they are model organization, we allow it. ULIO gave us their Independence Day. We gave it to LICI. That we will not organize in independent ceremony. When LICI is having it, we will work with LICI, and then we just have one independent, which we did.
I also see that you kept 2 different days. Were these days for the community or just for you as a autonomous organization?
So January, ULIO used to organize a Thanksgiving service for the community. Thanksgiving service. Since there was no major event of such in LICI, we didn't want to let go of that. So we pleaded with them, can we keep our Thanksgiving? They agreed. And it was open to the community. During the ceremony, during the signing ceremony, it was one of our Thanksgiving, which we invited the whole community. LICI leadership were at our convention to sign this document.
So again, because I want to make sure that everything is being reported to the public. This is the time that we have to put all this thing in the position, because I believe that with regard to the negotiating process, you were actually involved and you signed this document, right? So now, say like you said, right, you feel that you were testing the water, which means that if it don't work, I'm coming back to my group, right? Now, you are testing the water. We'll go into the detail of everything that happened after that. What is your current position?
So we wrote the Liberian Council of Churches complained that these elections are being flooded with too many missteps. So we need an intervention. We communicated in all of the major group chat, calling on the elders and people of influence to see to this matter is being settled. As of now, we are waiting until Wednesday.
So for the sake of the discussion, my name is Emmanuel Paye. We are broadcasting live here on Apex One Radio. We have Mr. Joshua Powell Senior in studio today for the first time to break down the situation within our community right now that's heated between Julio and LICI with regard to the selection process of the leadership of LICI. Wherever you're joining us from, I want to say welcome. We have Mr. Timothy George in the back there. We're going to bring him on. Wherever you are, share this live, and also we seek your contribution, however you have it, and what you can say towards this particular event. So this is very critical information you are giving us here.
Mm-hmm.
So because the assumption is that you were funded without contacting LICI.
No, you didn't contact LICI. I just told you that
on multiple occasions.
We engage people.
You can just come to a city
and just organize.
This is a permanent organization here.
Yeah.
And go ahead for another group of people.
Right.
So there was a due process in
there was a due process.
Okay.
Like I told you, let me be clear, because maybe some people just joining. When we came to the community, we have saw many Liberians who don't even know that there is LICI. There were other Liberians who knew that there was an LICI, but they felt it was a clique organization and they were being abandoned, even from on the east side. We engaged the leadership on all of these complaints. It fell on deaf ears. When we organized the community, we called on the leadership. They sent SPA. SPA came. The SPA even suggested some of the names. Then we voted on one name. When we funded the organization, we suggested that LICI president, not Alpha in particular, but any president of LICI will be the chairman of the board to have total control. They refused that offer because we were just attention seeker and people who never had any idea.
All right, for the sake of time, we're going to go again to the most critical part here, which is the qualification process. So, based on the Constitution of LICI, we have here the qualification process of leadership, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, the officers on the management team of the organization shall be an executive director, an assistant secretary general, executive secretary, treasurer, financial secretary, or financial officer, and the list goes on. They talk about qualifications. It says any members of the age of maturity in this state who pays full annual membership dues and has resided in Central Ohio for a minimum of 12 months may serve as an officer of this organization. It also says that any individual who serves as the executive director or president of the organization must have 3 or more years senior nonprofit management experience and a bachelor degree. Individual must also have the experience and skills in working with board of directors and must have high-level strategic thinking and planning ability to envision and convey the organization's strategic future of the staff, board volunteers, and donors. Lastly, individual must be transparent and possess high integrity, leadership, and has history of successfully generating new revenue stream and improving financial results.
Mm-hmm.
Do you, Mr. Powell, believe that you check all these boxes?
I did.
So was all these documents or all the information submitted to the election commission?
I sent my application to the election commission. I told them that I have a bachelor's degree. They know everything about me. But this thing were not used. This is an argument. This thing were not used. The Constitution, they abandon the Constitution. They abandon the MOU. They abandon the electoral guidelines. they use something they call metrics.
Or use metric
They
instead of the
use metric
Constitution.
instead of all of these rules. It was a metric that they used to disqualify us. And in my disqualification letter, they said I should go and learn a skill for 2 years.
Just for the record's sake, just for the sake of the record, we have reached to Mr. Patrick Flumo. We reached out to him today, inviting him to come to Apex One Radio for some clarification. So this is a balanced information we are giving you so that we can make sure that everybody have a chance to express themselves or clarify other allegation or misunderstanding that have taken place in our community. So yeah, go ahead and read us the letter that they gave you for disqualification.
I sent you that letter.
Let me get it right now. Hold on.
I sent you that letter. They said we should go and learn
I will
skill.
get it. So a skill, right? As the letter said, let me make sure I get it here right. So it said you don't have the skill at this time to serve. What do you think the skill? You don't. What is the skill that you're talking about?
No, read it. Right there. No, come on, a little bit. Right there.
Okay.
Right there.
Because again, if you are joining us here, my name is Emmanuel. We are broadcasting here from the studio of Apex One Radio as we discuss the current heated conversation going on in the community with regard to the LICI upcoming electoral process. We have Mr. Joshua Powell in studio today as he gave us perspective from his end about what really happened and what's going on. So let me read a letter here. Dear Mr. Powell, the LICI election team would like to take this opportunity to express their profound gratitude to you for taking an interest in the highest position within our community. It also says our community organization and for taking the time to read this information. In our community organization, the position of executive director is the top position in the organization and requires a high level of qualifications with a particular skill set. Your resume and VTAD came out on the short side at the time in accordance with the election guideline for the office of the executive. So our most sincere wish is that you will be able to address the few areas of your shortcomings within the next 2 years so you can qualify to be a candidate for the highest position within our community organization. So my question to you is they say according to what? The election guideline.
Right.
So do you have the election guideline? Was it available to you?
Yeah, I have the election. I'm telling you that these things, they did not use it. They said they used, read the last paragraph. They said they use metrics. Yes. They said they use metrics. They didn't use the electoral guideline. These people, they are deceiving the public. And Emmanuel, I want you to get this. Our coming into the election was not because of the position. It was because there was nobody to step up. We were coming to volunteer. We were coming to help. If you knew that you already hired somebody you want to put in the space, don't fool the community. Don't make it look that you're really looking for potential people. Don't use, don't make fool out of us.
All right, we're going to pause right there. Again, my name is Emmanuel Paye. We're broadcasting live on Apex One Radio on the playlist Africa Special Edition. We'll have J. Joshua Powell Sr. in studio today. We are going to bring on Mr. Timothy George to give us some perspective about this particular discussion. Mr. George, welcome to Apex One Radio.
Thank you, Mr. Emmanuel Paye.
So
happy to be here to share my own view.
Welcome again on behalf of the team. I want to say, okay. So quickly give us your perspective on this current decision of the commission, and also, are you contesting for any position?
I'm laughing because the commission satisfied me for a second.
Okay. Again, welcome to Apex One Radio. My name is Emmanuel Paye special edition of Playlist Africa. We have our good friend and brother J. Joshua in studio today. So yes, we have covered the beginning of Julio. Mr. Josh, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of went over a little bit. So can you give us your perspective on the current decision of the commission, and also are you contesting?
Like I said, I was one person satisfied by the election commission for the position of a secretary general that I wish I applied for. But it's laughable because I'm one person who's against the whole process that for which I was satisfied, and I know that it's not. What the process was not done properly. So I'm coming up with my own statement, and before the election, whether I would take the position or secretary position or not, I will
That was
come
going to
up
be my
with
next
my
question to
position.
you. So did you have a team to contest this particular process, or you went as individuals?
Well, we came out as a team. Um, the position secretary general was vacant for the last period of time, and there was nobody acting in that position. I was asked by other leaders and other, even in the LICI, other members to occupy this position, but I refused in the past because I wanted not to be appointed by anybody. If I wanted to go through the process, let me be elected by the people. So I refused in the interim. But this time I decided to apply because I found there was nobody still interested, and I did apply. But the process was the entire process was not satisfactory. The election commission, like I always say, and I will keep saying,
So are you telling us that you're going to withdraw your nomination?
well, that state, my statement my letter will be posted in every local institution. My communication will be posted regarding my position. I can say that now because I'm still in negotiation with other people, whether or not I maintain it or not. But in my personal view, I know where I stand. So my letter will be posted, and my letter will be sent to the election commission before the election.
My question to you: you are here also. Were you a member of Yuli also, and what were your position?
Yeah, I was a member of. I'm still a member of Julio. In Julio, I served with Joshua Powell as a secretary general for 3 years, and I was re-elected when Joshua Powell stepped down, and I was re-elected as a secretary general again with the new president, Emmanuel. And then later on, I was re-elected as the vice president with with our next president who just resigned because of her tenure was Paye. But I'm not right now. I don't like to discuss Julio because Julio.
No, we had to get a background information so that they can make sure that we have the conversation going. So I want to ask both of you a question. One of you can answer the question, right? The question I'm asking you, your critics will say that you can come out here with a sentiment of division because having a position is different from leading. So as our contesting in this particular election, people are saying that you are already ruining a greater signal of division within the community. Even if you become a leader, you are not going to be in the best position to unite the community. What is your position on that, or your view?
You want to respond first?
Yeah, let me go Joshua, go first.
Go ahead.
So give the people a fair chance. These people, they are afraid that power will drag them. Put 10 men in that race, I will beat them. The people need a new face. They need a leader that can relate to them. Power is the one to relate to the people. They are afraid. You've been here for Christ how long? You've been in power for Christ how long? If you feel that I am divisive, if you feel that I am the bad guy, let the people decide. Because you had the opportunity on March 30th to appoint your people. When you put out your electoral something and nobody apply, you had the best chance. It says, send nobody apply. We appoint these people to the various position. You move on with the organization. We have already merged with you. We got no problem because we did not participate. But because they know that the people want their own leader, that's the fear. These guys are afraid. I don't know why they are afraid, but they are afraid to come in the race.
So, Tim, the question also go to you. So, like I said again, you are talking about your position, and people are criticizing the Julio team for having a divisive message. Even as a Secretary General for LICI, do you think that you will be in a position, to be independent?
Mr. Paye, my previous or my position right now regarding the certification, like I said, I will come up with my position, whether or not I take it or whether or not I will drop off. So my position will be posted, and my letter will be emailed to the Election Commission. So, like I say, we are not this. If you see the issue about divisiveness, and it's not with us. Joshua in studio and I are those people who have stand to make sure that the community merge. Like I said, 85 or 75% of our Julio people, they never accepted the merger. It was Joshua and I, because we are the leaders of those of our people. We could not stand there and let the community keep being separated. Our position was let the community be one. So we had never been a divisive people. We always try to make sure that the community be one. It's just that, my position right now is not because they disqualify Joshua Powell. My position is, if you disqualify somebody, let it be done in a transparent way. Do not. In our last meeting with the election commissioner, I overheard. Maybe I know if he's listening, if he wants to debunk, he can call. The last meeting we had with him on the Zoom, when the meeting ended, everybody, all of the people that were on the meeting, they hang out. Guess what happened? It was the election commissioner and some other leaders of the community. They forget that the line was still open. Comfort was mad. Comfort Cannon was mad with the election commissioner. And if he say I'm lying, let he come out. It was from that person, from that voice, from that statement he made, that made me lose trust in the election commissioner. Comfort Cannon told you are causing problems. And you know what he said? He said, Comfort, is because of you guys I'm doing this thing. Because you guys are running again. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Why would he say that?
Was Comfort Cannon running?
Yes.
She's still running.
What position?
For the bowl.
For the bowl.
Okay.
And guess what? When they noticed that the line was still open, Emmanuel, what he told him, said, oh no, your line is still on. Let them come out and tell me I'm lying. There was where I found out that these people are not real to elaborate to the community. They decide to be selective and choose who to become a leader of the community. That's not good. It's not good.
Okay, let's talk about now. We know the message is out there. You got the community ear open and going, right? Let's come down to substance, right? Let's first, I know you talk about Julio, but we base everything you do on this earth, even the resume, based on achievement and experience, right? So let's go back, Mr. Powell. First of all, before we go to your vision, what vision you have for the community? Let's go back to your achievement within Julio. What did you achieve under your leadership, and what are some things that you can boast of within the community within the Liberian community here in Ohio?
So let me start by saying, you can boast on number one, a sense of belonging, the Liberian people.
Okay.
At least they have a home. We identify with people that were in need, a family that many families, 2 or 3 that were in need. We identify with them like a family. Our kids who graduate from high school, the community identify with them in cash and in kind to prepare them for college. Most importantly, we gave a community a 501c status. So we have done more for our people that make them feel that, make the other people feel that Powell can bring a change to the whole big community. More importantly, I will have to step down from position just to bring peace to the community. What more do these people want from me? If I wanted to hold onto power, I could stay in power forever because my people love me. I said, no, we cannot be complaining against the people for staying long in power, and then we cannot do this, do the otherwise. So we must change the narrative. The first time we held election in this community, all the people on the east and on the north, everybody, they were watching their life. They were strange to them. This election, the people refused to put a debate to inform the public what you can do, what you have done, or what you will do. You were talking about my vision. One of the major things in the community is division.
But okay,
we wanted to bring this community together as a one Liberian community.
I'm glad that Timothy is here also. We'll break down your platform, right? So your achievement in Julio, because LICI will know the achievement for LICI or may mention as a public a record already. So they have summer program, they had different things, right? Like you said, the merging process was done. So Julio, you left from Julio to come join LICI, which was an awesome decision to have one community, to have one voice, right? So again, like you saying that you gave your organization 501(c)(3) status. You supported sick people. This is what also happened done by LICI and other organizations within the state of Ohio. What other things you have done differently that no organization in Columbus have done?
I don't have to do anything. I have shown leadership ability.
Okay.
I have shown unity among the people.
Okay.
I have given a sense of hope and sense of belonging, something that they never had, something that they've been crying for. If you show that video that I sent you, I was indoors on the east side where LICI has a base. The people were crying for unity. They were crying. They said, when you get elected, don't forget about us. Work in our interests.
So now we now go to the actual platform aspect of it. So I know you didn't have opportunity to have a debate with anybody. You didn't have any official presentation of your platform, right? It is not yet late. I will tell you that part, right? There are still opportunity out there. There are still negotiating process. This is not the end of the road. But I want you to publicly tell your audience and those who are going to be watching you from even the video from today to tomorrow to whatever time, what plan do you have for the Liberian community in Ohio? What do you want to achieve if you become a leader?
Number one, LICI need our own place. We have a land. We have a land. We need to build a community center. That is a wish for all the Liberians here. That was one of our major goals. Number two, we need to bring this community together. The church is divided. To have one Liberian service is a war. Those are the things that we're trying to work on. Bring the Liberian people together. Have one service that will do with Julio. One Sunday in January, everybody will do everything to come to that one service. You have a big service so that we have a sense of belonging, sense of oneness. Those are the things we're planning to do. We're going to open up, avenue for scholarship for young people who want to go to school. But we are being stripped of those opportunities, which is not a bad thing. All that our fight right now is to just tell the Liberian people how we were unfairly and unjustifiably removed from the process, so that they don't feel that we just left. Because everybody said, forget it. My pastor said, forget it, my chicken not get teeth. So we don't want to forget it. We want to inform them that the candidate was removed by what they call metrics, a metric that was not introduced in any of the meetings. Emmanuel will have a constitution. Deny me on the basis of the constitution. Deny me on the MOU, because that's one of my reliance, the MOU, that guaranteed me to run, that guaranteed me to be voted for, and for I can also vote. But just send me another letter. Let me not forget, because they want to make points. In that letter, he said, I never volunteered. The reason why they denied me again, after they were all cry of why he denied me the power, they say another more letter again, because I now volunteer for LICI, because but let me talk on that volunteer to me, or the other one come to my head. I volunteer for LICI in the midst of COVID. LICI call us to help them distribute whatever donation they have. I send my men on the east side. I will bring the donation. I will use it to share with other Liberian people on the side. I went to the state house to represent LICI, speak on their behalf. You did not pay me for those services. But you say, I am not volunteer for LICI. Your constitution says you get bachelor degree, I get one. But yet you still deny me.
Yeah, let's talk about the platform. Let's stick with that part, right? You talk about community center, you talk about unity, you talk about church unity, and also scholarship for students. But one primary aspect of this particular platform is unity.
Right.
As you know, as of now, the community is wildly divided.
It is divided.
So, Mr. George, as you can come in, within this particular conversation we are having today, how you think can this community be united moving forward?
Thank you, Mr. Paye. Mr. Paye, this community can be united if our leaders will allow the people to have their say in everything they do. I have attended meetings with LICI leaders, and I told them, and I keep saying it, you can't ask me to pay my due. You can't ask me to sacrifice and work and volunteer, but I'm not having voice. That's not fair. That's not fair. You asking the people to pay due. You asking them to come and work, to help and volunteer. But when it comes to the leaders, they don't get a voice. You will select who can be their leader. That's not fair. If only we can stop that and let the people have their voice, this community will be united. We have attended other inauguration, other states. Man, go see other states having inauguration. The entire Liberian community will battle. Different organizations will gather together just to inaugurate, to put in power or to install their new leaders. In Ohio, Columbus, it's not happening. Just a few people will do it. So to do this, for me, I'm not speaking because, like I said, even if I were disqualified, let them tell me I'm disqualified. Let the process be fair and transparent. But you can't. Let me tell you something. Paye. All the thing we're discussing here, you know that they're still calling us for power to accept other position that to tell you that they know exactly what they're doing. We don't want position. We just want the right thing to be done for the people. That's all. A lot of our people in Columbus have getting tired with the leadership. That's why they're not involved in anything they're doing anymore. They're not involved. I keep telling them. And one time I went to the last meeting, the Liberian people asked, the people get problems. I said, y'all said the people get problems. But have you asked the people why are they behaving the way they're behaving? Why they're not involved? It's because you are not giving them a chance to have their say in what you do. That's the only reason why someone want to get we want to help to take position. LICI, they can't pay me. They can't pay my, they can't pay the horse that I have mortgage for. They can't help me to pay for it. But it's the same volunteer to the people. That's why we want to go to the election. But with what we're looking at, we can't enter into the kind of election with people who say not honest to the people. So the only thing
again, that's the voice of Mr. Timothy George, the candidate for secretary for LICI. Again, my name is Emmanuel Paye. We are here in Apex One Studio on Play This Africa Special Edition. We will go to the end. We got about, let's say 10 minutes left in this conversation. But I want to say to you, Mr. Joshua Powell, some members are sending me some messages to ask some questions. Mm-hmm. But I will ask this to you. People are saying that all the action of Julio through the leadership have been divisive within the community. by having two different events on the same day or separately within the same month. And then of course we are now come to the MOU, which I believe you guys have moved on, but it doesn't change the fact that there's still affection. So as you talk about unity, what should the leadership or board members or members of LICI trust you to be their leader? Because at the end of the day, they have Julio, they have LICI. So why should the LICI call on the members of LICI? Why should they trust you to be their leader?
First of all, I trusted them to emerge these communities. It shows that I am not greedy for power. It shows that I was ready to unite the community. And if this thing does not work, it will be a disservice to a good man who served this community. May his soul rest in peace. We went to that funeral and made big speeches. And we committed ourselves to unite this community. Why these guys want to destroy a good plan and an agreement that we came up with? This man campaign was on unity. And he saw to it that we signed that MOU. Even at our detriment. If you read that MOU, you know that there is not much there for Julio. We didn't for Julio because we just wanted power. These people offer us position. We said no. They said, would you take position on the board behind closed door? Then we said, what about the next generation that will come? They put it on pen and paper. It was not about position. It was about allowing the people to have their own representation. For the first time, to conduct a simple election. Put the people in the race. Beat the man if you can beat him.
However,
no.
like you said again, beat the man if you can beat him. That's the voice of J. Joshua Powell, Senior, speaking to us live in the studio of Apex One Radio on a special edition of Playlist Africa. My name is Emmanuel Paye. We are broadcasting here on this day, beautiful day of June 2nd, 2025. Yeah, Joshua, as we close, I want you to respond to these messages, right? LICI have done a lot for the community. LICI is in the process of opening a community center. LICI have conducted a summer program. LICI have had community events that involve state senators, state lawyers, and state representatives and everything across the line. You as an individual, again, the question goes back because I know you talk about LICI need a community center. There's also a work in progress. The storm may pass. Your time will come. I'm not saying that it's over now. Maybe through the negotiating process, you're going to negotiate everything, and then of course you can contest. If you become a leader for LICI, the day you become an executive director for LICI, Mr. Powell, I want you to be on the record today. Tell us as a community leader, what will be the difference you hope to make on a city level? Not what they have already done, but differently or better.
You see, I work as a county coordinator, Grand G, the Lima County, Sando, River G, in the NGO sector. I'm very good in community development. What the people want. It's not what you want or what you want to force on them. You can bring your vision. Engage your people. These people, they are not okron with change. This is not an individual property. LICI is for the community. Why are they saying your time will come? When will my time come? When you open up the process. Like I said, they had the time to select their people. But when you open up the process, you open avenue for other new face to show face. So, if they knew that they have not completed their vision, they've been there for 10 years. You can still continue with it. 20 more years to come. Nobody going to question it. But you open up the process and you refuse to give a fair chance. So, government is continuity. When the last meeting we had with AFA brought all the budget, brought all the next plan, introducing it to the next leader. we grab all those vision plus what we were bringing on board. Accountability. Tell the community people.
Give me one thing.
Accountability.
Okay.
Tell the community people this is why we met in the cover. What do you want to do with this money? These are the things on the table. We want community center. We want this one now. What is your most priority? The people will tell you the most priority. The money you meet on the board, you tell people, what can we do? But after this election, Emmanuel, trust me, the next election, nobody will pay $5.
So
because the people don't trust it anymore.
I know we're about to close. I'll bring Timothy in first before I can get back to you. But let me ask this to you, right? You're gonna close. LICI, do you have an issue with the leadership of LICI? Do you have issue with the board of LICI, or you have issue with the commissioner of
I got problem with nobody. I got problem with the election commission. The board, they decided they're running too. They got looking for power. They're coming back to phone. My problem is the commissioner. Okay. It's not with any individual, because the commissioner is empowered by Liberian people to conduct a free and fair election. I don't care whosoever running again for the 17th time. It's none of my business. Make the process open, free and fair for the Liberian people who are qualified, who are willing to work. Because when you put out your first announcement, nobody applied because they did not trust you. But you use our face to generate funds. And at the end of the day, you deny us. This is not good. So we don't have a problem with the board. We don't have a problem with the memo. We don't have a problem with nobody. But the commissioner who brought in metrics, something that had never been done in LICI existence. Metrics were not introduced to the candidates.
Again, welcome to Apex One Radio. My name is Emmanuel Paye, the special edition of Playlist Africa. So we are now at the end of this particular interview, and we hope to continue this discussion within our community. I would love to have a debate, actually. Hopefully we can bring out here the Election Commission here to have some clarity on what has been said here today. So, Mr. George, before you depart from us, can you give us your last, not a departing, but just what is your last word to the audience or those who will be watching this particular video?
So my word to those who are watching the video
and the community as a whole,
and the community as a whole, is that we are not on this platform because we are seeking power or because we must get power. No. What we want is that the people should have their say in the community. When it comes to the community leadership, let them just have their say. It don't have to be me. It don't have to be power. You know, I keep saying it's not because of power. It is the process that we are speaking against. You know, let me be clear and let me be on the record. There are some good people in LICI. There are good leaders. Alpha have done his part. Alpha have worked hard. I must give him the credit. I cannot be criticizing everything and not be honest to say that. Alpha have done a lot, but the people
but go ahead.
The people need change. If you have worked with the people, sometimes you need to fade out. Let new people come out. The same way you learn, other people can learn. And they're saying, well, you guys don't know how to do the thing. Well, you guys, no, it's not about you. When even some of you got in power, you never knew nothing. You learn it. So my position is not about me becoming leader. It's not because power should become leader. No, we just want the right thing to be done. Give the people the saying. Let the people have their voice. You shouldn't come out with election, but you have selection. You say election, but you will select who to be your leader, who to be the community.
I asked the same question to Powell just now, right, Mr. Powell. I asked him the same question. Mr. George, can you bring it back on, please? Mr. George, I want to ask you also. I know you mentioned a little bit of good thing that LICI had done, right? Give me some good thing that LICI have done, and also, do you have issue with the leadership of LICI? Do you have issue with the LICI board, or you have issue with the LICI election commission?
I have issues with two things in LICI.
Okay.
One is the election commissioner that I said in previous time he's compromised, and two, I have problem with the process of electing the executive leader. Over the period of time I've been in Columbus, the executive leader have been selected, not being elected. That's my problem.
Again, that's the voice of Mr. Timothy George. I want to say, Mr. George, Thank you so much for taking your time to speak to us, and we hope to continue this particular discussion as time goes by in the community. It was a heated but healthy discussion. Again, wherever you are watching us here, we would like to accept your comment and your concern as we move forward. If you want to come on, we are inviting the community leaders to come here to express themselves or clarify whatever the few have been discussed are not right. Mr. Powell, before you go from here today, I'll ask you my first two questions actually. The first question is, I know even in a bad relationship, right, there are good things this person do and there are bad things the person do. So in your capacity here today, what is a good thing you think LICI had done for the community?
I told you, LICI got to learn. It's a progress. LICI build relationship with the state. Those are progress. The next leadership will build on those foundations and carry the community forward. We are not downgrading LICI. We are not saying they haven't done anything. Any man who downgrade or degrade the work of his father, he's doomed for destruction. LICI has laid some premise. They have a land. They build relationship with the state. The next leadership, because government is continuity. And when we had a meeting, the last meeting, Alpha pledged to still get support to the next leadership. So if a new face come on, what is your fear? They're giving some parable there. The young girl were in the town, the young girl were dead, and we're not facing the young girl. Then somebody won't come from nowhere and tell the young girl, this is not your property. This is for the Liberian people. Open the process. Bring qualified people. Bring people that you think they are familiar with the community, people you think that they can lead. Open the process, and Liberian people choose. That is our quest. I can step down today, but don't select your leader. Don't force the leader on the people. Open the process, let the people participate. That's community development. You allow the people to choose their own. You allow them to choose their project. When you go into a town and you see the people can take water from all the way 20 miles, and you just go bring hemp in the middle of the town, nobody will use that hemp on that pump we use for goat and cow to poo on it. You know why? Because the people, the women of the town, they use the water stream to tell their friend what happened yesterday during their service in their home. So you ask them, what do you want? Let them tell you that we need water. You can just force water on them. So the Liberian people, they need leadership, yes. But who do they want? Who do they want? Don't force them.
Who do we want? Don't force them. That's the voice of Mr. J. Joshua Powell speaking to us here on the special edition of Playlist Africa on Apex on Radio. We are broadcasting live from the north side of Columbus. Today is June 2nd, 2025. So, Mr. Powell, you have expressed your grievance today. You have made us some great point here. To avoid, let's say, further confusion within the community, let's say, for example, all your grievances have been expressed. You have created awareness. You have done that part. All your efforts that you have put front to come this far in this process. If the election commission ignore you completely and have an election without bringing you back on board, what will be your next decision?
There'll be political consequences, serious political consequences.
Can you specify?
No. On Thursday, we're going to make a political statement because we gave the ultimatum. We gave them from now to Wednesday to revert their decision. To have.
Are you going to sue LICI? Are you going to
there
tell
will be serious political consequences.
Are you going to disrupt the election?
There will be political consequences. On Thursday, we will make that announcement.
There will be political consequences. My name is Emmanuel Paye. That brings us to the end of this great discussion. Thanks for joining us wherever you are on Apex One Radio. Follow us on apexoneradio.com. I want to thank my producer today, CEO Ernest Kanjo for Apex One Radio. Mr. Powell, thank you. Thanks for coming to Apex One Radio.
Thank you for watching. Thank you very much.